Okay, this next question's got a little bit of a twist. It's sort of kind of different. It's just a thing where you're going to compare two different derivatives. Let's just try it. It says we're going to try and figure out what A, B, C, and D are, but f of 0 equals minus 5, f of 0 equals minus 5, but they're telling us the derivative is equal to 18x squared plus 8x minus 2. So what we can do, f of 0 is equal to minus 5. Well, that gives us one thing. If x is 0, this d must be minus 5. Well, that's off to a good start there. So now we can say f of x squared equals ax squared plus bx squared plus cx minus 5. Now let's just take the derivative of this. Well, there's your 3x squared, your 2bx. Hey, we do this a lot. 1 times is c. Now it's a thing of just comparing. The only way this, if this is the derivative, the only way it can be is if 18 equals 3a, and 8 equals 2b, and c must be minus 2. So there's just little equations. 3a equals 18, 2b equals 8, c equals minus 2, just by comparison. So a is 6, b is 4, and c is minus 2. I think we got enough time to try the last one. Hey, you wouldn't believe how much time I wasted on this one trying to come up with a function with a, b, and c because I didn't read the question. So always read the question. And the question says, use all this information to just sketch the graph. Don't try and find a, b, c, and d because I think it might not even be possible. I spent a lot of time. I found it kind of interesting and fun, but yeah, I couldn't even do it. But let's try and do this. They say this is a cubic function. So it's either going up or going down. This is one possibility. It's going up. But before we started doing even sketching anything though, we know some things. We know that f of 0 is 3. So you can put a dot right there. You know f of minus is minus 3. So put minus 3 there. They tell us that the derivative is 0 at minus 2 and 1. At minus 2 and 1, those are turning points. Oh, but they tell us something more. They tell us that the y value of that point is 5. So it's got to turn up here, and after the 3 at 1, it's got to turn here. Well, this is a computer sketching. It's not even sketching it right. It's totally out of proportion and everything. I'm not even sure this function, the a's, b's, and c's, you should be able to get it. It's not very easy. But there is the sketch of what it would have to look like. Now here's the last question here. For what values of x would x multiplied by f of x be negative? Well, you just have to test it all through when you do these sort of things. When would it be negative? Well, here x is positive. And f of x is positive, so it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. Hey, it's still not working, but because here 0 times 0 wouldn't be less than 0. But isn't it working right here? Because that's negative and that's positive. And when I multiply them, f of x is just how high you are. It's the y value, right? So minus x, it works here. When x is less than 0, it keeps working. It keeps working, but then it stops working after here. So I'd say, and I forgot to write it down, because I didn't do the last question, that this would be true when x is less than 0, but greater than minus 3. So I'd write x is less than 0, or greater than minus 3. And that'd be your answer for that last question. Okay?